You're watching It's Life Live with your hosts, Juan Lee and Oliver Marcel. Come join us for enriching, enlightening, encouraging, and thought-provoking conversation. Let's go. Hey, look at that.
Hello, everybody.
What's happening, everybody? Listen, we're not gonna give you the behind the scenes. You know, I'm just saying, just things happen the way they're supposed to. Let's just say it like that.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Look, let me tell you. I look. Can you see me? I'm a little bit brighter than normally.
Okay, all right.
What I look like? I mean, because I can tone it down a little bit.
You got an extra light. You got an extra light today.
Yeah. Shucks.
While he's getting adjusted, man, it's interesting how this is called It's Life, right?
Yeah.
And it's Life Live. So certain things happen live that you sometimes can't control. But the way life goes is kind of like the way the start of today's show is going, and life happens, and certain things happen to you in life, and the timing, sometimes you don't know whether it's going to be right or not, but then certain things just kind of fall together at the right time, right? And so
Yeah.
that's very fitting and very apropos to the subject matter.
It's surely life. It surely is life. Hello, everybody. Look, this is oh boy, how can I say it? I can't restate that enough. It's life. It
It's
is
life.
really life. It look, the old adage, whatever can go wrong will go wrong, and it probably will in the most inopportune time.
Indeed.
But it's okay. It's all right.
It's all right.
Hey, everybody.
Good.
This is Juan Lee. And as you know, that's Oliver Marcel. And we're back. It's Life Live. We are here. I'm the founder of Clear Journey, the nonprofit that supports individuals and families that are struggling in life challenges, looking for answers. And we give education and resources to them so that they can live their best life. That's what the platform is here to do, is to educate and also to give you the tools needed for self-improvement. That's it, and we like to do it in this environment. Just, it's life. How do we navigate life, and with the tools that we have to do it. That's why we're here. Tonight is going to be a little bit interesting. This is a little bit about what we talked about. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, Oliver, but but we had talked about this last week a little bit, and I don't even know if we were on when we were talking about it. And it was basically here today, gone tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You remember here today, gone tomorrow?
Yeah, that came up last week. I think we were off camera by that point.
Yeah, but it's so real, and it's life. Things happen, and it just goes to show basically how fragile this thing called life is.
Yeah.
It's extremely fragile. And but it's also where fulfillment comes into place.
Yeah.
Because that here today, gone tomorrow leaves you but with one thing, and that's the present. And the present is where we gain our fulfillment, is in that journey between here, here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's interesting because often that lends itself to, I think the mistake that many of us make is that that often lends itself, that statement lends itself to either regretting the past and or fretting about the future. And so what we do is we miss that piece you just described. I was literally just having a conversation with a friend of mine in Detroit about this today. That, and I use myself as an example. There's a piece of my life where I spent a lot of energy doing both of those things, mapping out the things, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, and man, I'm in this position that I'm in right now because only way I'm dealing with the present is that I'm evaluating the present against the things that didn't happen in the past. That evaluation is now causing anxiety and stress about what's going to happen in the future. And in that period of time, I'm missing what's right in front of me. And I think often we we sometimes prioritize the components of the journey. uh we misprioritize, if you will, the components of this journey called life. And so we
Hmm.
end up giving, too much credence to things that are actually going to be of no use to us down the road, and will cause us to look up at 80 years old saying, man, I wish dot dot dot.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that that journey is where we gain so much fulfillment,
Hmm.
and so we get a dose of reality when we come in when we come in contact with the results of that here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know uh, that tomorrow. You don't know, and yesterday, like you said, it's gone, and it's all we really have is now, this
Hmm.
one moment, and how do we use it? How do we maximize it? That's where our fulfillment is right there.
Yeah.
It's right there in that moment. And something that I guess we can roll into this is that, you know, this journey, and in that journey is where we gain that empowerment,
Hmm.
that ability to navigate this thing called life. And empowerment is a journey in and of itself, because it's about learning about yourself. Self empowerment, it's that self empowerment that you learn about yourself, and as you are evolving, that you're able to learn more and more about yourself, that you'll be able to now navigate a little bit better.
Hmm.
And one of those things that oftentimes we don't recognize in the process of getting to that empowerment process is in learning who we are, and finding out why we are who we are. What is this? And find out who what our values are.
Hmm.
Find out those things that are our passions,
Yeah.
those things that motivate us,
Hmm.
that drives us in this journey, that brings that fulfillment.
Yeah.
It's in that journey that that fulfillment has been driven, that we're driving it every day, and it allows us to not worry about what tomorrow brings, because we're so focused on and maximizing the moment.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I the thing I want to add to that too, as you were talking, I was thinking to myself, I always kind of play devil's advocate, or just, add the the other side sometimes. But what I was thinking as you were talking is that many of us don't do that. Well, let me say it like this first, and then I'll explain what I mean. It's okay to give yourself permission to explore those things you just talked about. I just want to say that for somebody who may need to hear that. It's okay for you to explore those passions. It's okay for you to explore those things that you think are going to impact the world, or that you just feel like you might be gifted in, or you want to explore. And I think what hinders many people from doing this, and I'll speak for myself. I won't throw anybody else under the bus. I'll speak for myself. What hindered me from doing it is not really understanding where the line is between just flying by the seat of my pants and having some level of responsibility. So I'm like, man, I don't know. Can I explore that and still be responsible? If I explore this, does it mean that I'll give you a real world example. I jump out, and those of you who have heard us know this story about me know this. I jumped out into the entrepreneurship space at 49 and 10 months. All right. The thing that I really grappled with was, is my willingness now to give myself permission to explore this, is it irresponsible? And as such, I really had kind of this almost tug of war within myself around, okay, hey, you know what? I know that if I pursue this, there's a certain level of fulfillment that's going to come with it. There's a certain level of angst that's going to come with it, but I'm actually going to enjoy that because I'll be building something new. I'll be building on something that I started while I was in the corporate space. I knew all of that, but yet and still in my mind, and this goes back to what I said earlier, we kind of feel like we have to be a certain way. In my mind, I was like, you know what? But I should be actually worried about the future. And I should actually be, stressing over how bills are going to be paid. Like if I just throw caution to the wind, am I being irresponsible? And I think sometimes people don't give themselves the permission to explore and actually participate in this thing called life. Like, it doesn't have to be what we've socially constructed it to be. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know if I would consider am I cautious? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I call that caution order.
Explain that.
Um, I consciously am always aware of the cost of my decisions
Mm-hmm.
and never wanting to put my to compromise anything in pursuit of another. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really organized in that sense that what does it take to be able to maintain and explore?
Mm.
Maintain and explore. I think we talked about it in one regard in one of the episodes, and we've recorded or it's out, and it's all about how do you prepare while enjoying the journey, and that's the key, is that it's not in compromising while you're exploring, and that's a very difficult thing. I had to learn that,
Mm-hmm.
um because innately we want to explore,
Right.
but we have to be um controlled, based control with what we have to maintain. And
I hear
so
you.
how we do that is that we're always conscious as we're exploring, because here's the thing, we've got to count the cost. And as we are pursuing and as we are exploring, we've got to be counting the cost. And I think you and I even talked about this in one of regards as relates to your decision to do what you did,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the best thing that you could have done, irrespective of anything else, but was to be in agreement with your wife.
Yeah. 100%.
That right there solidifies the maintaining,
Hmm.
solidifies the maintain. And that's where we all have to understand, identify what that maintain is, and then know what we do as we pursue and as we explore.
Yeah.
Because innately we want to do that. I mean, come on. My wife has been my greatest resource and help
Hmm.
in being able to monitor my exploration.
I hear you. I hear you.
you know, she was like, and the thing about it is we're on very opposites of the spectrum. She's
Okay.
extremely conservative,
Hmm.
and I am more less conservative. Let's put it like
Yeah.
that, less conservative. Um, so that's how we sort of like balance each other off. But it's also an understanding as we do that. Hey, we got to maintain as we explore.
Yeah.
Um, and so,
That's good. We gotta what I heard you say is that we gotta prepare, and then our preparation will then now lend itself to us being able to maintain through our exploration. That is, I love that you put that out there because that is the difference. Remember, I said the thing for me is that I couldn't find the line between flying by the seat of my pants and responsibility. That's the line.
okay,
If you prepare,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
We know we want to explore. So if you
hmm,
want to explore, and you should give yourself permission to do so,
absolutely,
the parameters you set around that exploration is one, prepare for it, and then two, maintain what needs to be maintained during it.
hmm, yeah. and
That's
and
good.
and I think a lot of us, we get this desire, this hunger, this thirst, and you go like throw everything to the wind and just jump. And I'm like, okay, there's a degree of being able to take that step of faith, quote unquote, so to speak.
Hmm.
But at the same time, not to step in front of a moving truck.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And know the difference in the fact that it's clear and it ain't, and that's where preparation comes in. You maybe you ain't got to be at the traffic light where the light is red and green, where you got a green light that says
Hmm.
okay to go, but you know the difference to look both ways before you step out in the traffic.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. Yep.
So
That's
so
good.
yeah, as it relates to be having this empowerment, and that's what we're looking for, is that control mechanism.
Hmm.
As we do that, we find out who we are, that identity that we're looking for. um and at the same time, finding our values, finding the things that drive our passions and our motivation. And then the second thing, um is then you equip yourself to be empowered.
Hmm.
What does that mean? You prepare. You jump the gun on me. You prepare, and you take the courses that you need. You
Hmm.
seek mentorships. um it, whatever learning continuums that you want, that you need, so that you can be equipped
Hmm.
for the journey. Who gets ready to go on a trip and don't make sure they got everything they need? That's where I say count the cost. Find out what you need and prepare. Take it with you, put it in the luggage. Fill your car with gas. Don't get in and talk about you ain't got no money,
Hmm.
and you got to get some gas. All of these things are, we don't think about them, but think about them.
Yeah.
These are the preparation, the skills that are necessary to do what it is that you want to accomplish.
I love it.
And then the last one, as it relates to this empowerment, being empowered. And this was the three steps that we talk about as it relates to being empowered.
Hmm.
Um, and that is act with confidence.
Mm.
You know, that's when you are willing to learn, embrace your challenges head on.
Hmm.
You know, learn from your setbacks and celebrate your achievements.
Yeah.
No matter small, big or small, celebrate them, because ultimately you're in it because you have something to offer. You have something to offer, and it's to make a difference in this thing called life as you navigate it. So it's really the reasoning behind this empowerment is that so that we can make a difference.
Yeah.
And that's important, in being able to navigate this
Hmm.
journey that's very temporary. I can't say that enough.
Mm.
I can't say that enough because, until we recognize that, um, we find ourselves overly assuming, that there's something that tomorrow is going to bring, um, that, we can't we can't depend on. We can't determine. We can't depend on it. The reason that, I brought that here today and gone tomorrow is because, you know I had an experience in my family where a friend of someone, two of them, they're longtime friends,
Hmm.
passed away within 2 days of each other,
Mm.
and they were talking to the person the night before the second person died about the first person that died,
Wow.
and that was a jolt.
Hmm.
That's a jolt. And then it makes you stop and think about your journey. Your journey. Hey, it's just that fragile.
Yeah, that's true, man.
It's just that fragile. Um, I don't know if you had a chance, but we surely have to do some promotions right here.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. We got some things to
We-
talk about, man. We got this webinar coming up. So,
yeah. And I want to let people know that we are so excited about it. So if you could, let's show it to them and we can talk about it. It is our webinar series about a better life, and it's a part of our Harmony at Home program. It's going to be on November the 4th. It's a free seminar webinar. It's going to be online, but all we request is that you enjoy it by, registering, going to clearjourney.org and registering for it. We're talking about the bonds that we can build through healthier living,
yeah.
basically in in many areas. It's mentally, physically, um, um, and how relationships,
Hmm.
how we can do that. And Oliver is going to be one of the panelists on the webinar. So Oliver, why don't you tell people what they can expect when they come to the, webinar?
Indeed, my wife and I, Denise, we are very passionate about relationship building, and we're talking about harmony. And harmony is a big component for us as it relates to relationship building. And so we're going to be talking about some things that you can do to create and maintain the level of harmony that you are looking for within your family unit. And so there's some things, man. There's something I call that I share with my couples when I work with the couples, and my wife and I work with couples. We call it the intimacy building hack. So, but because we're talking about more than just married couples, we're talking about the family. I'm gonna call it the family bonding hack. And you got to come hear what that is, because that is something that will allow you to begin to build, begin to invest in the level of harmony that you are looking to achieve, and then maintain it once you've gotten it there.
Yeah, that's critical because it's about maintaining the harmony in the home, and how we can do that, and with your relationships, mentally, physically, and emotionally, begin to allow yourself to be present in the at that moment in the home,
Indeed.
because, that is very important.
It's
Um
crucial.
Can you put
Let's show them some. Let's show them a couple other things. Let's show them. We'll show them the promo, and then we'll introduce one of the other speakers. How about that?
that'll work? That'll work.
Let's do it. We'll be right back.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. This is Juan Lee from Clear Journey. I just want to let you know and remind you of our upcoming webinar. It's called Harmony at Home. We are going to be having a webinar on the November the 4th at 6 p.m. And I want you to be there. It is going to be a magnificent event for you to learn some tricks, some hacks about building the bonds of health and wellness in your families. So we look forward to you being there. Go to Clear Journey and register for the free webinar. Go there and register. We are looking forward to it. Seats are we are limited. So please register as soon as possible. And we look forward to seeing you there on November the 4th.
Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus G. Vilme. I am the business owner of Amp Mentalities, which is a wellness mindset-based business. I help individuals to shift their mentality away from a survival mindset so that they feel confident to fight every day towards a peaceful, enlightened future. I thank you so much for joining us in Harmony at Home, which is a big seminar that is dealing with familial ties and bonds, and how it makes an impact on your life today. So what we want to do is we want to invite you to this amazing webinar and really invite other people, because it's going to be a conversation that really thrives and drives home the point of transformational change, as well as how your family makes an impact on your own life. So again, please join us, invite your friends, invite your family. It'll be great to have you, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, that's one of the participants and panelists. His name is Marcus Valmay. I know I mess up his name sometime, but we'll have it right by the time we get to him on on the 4th. But we're excited about that, man, and we're looking forward to people coming out. We're gonna have gifts there for those that are in attendance. So we're looking forward to you coming out and being a part of that.
Barry said, "Is there a link for it?" He's just joining. Sounds like a must attend event. Yes, Barry. Listen, we're gonna tell you, if you go to clearjourney.org, you can register for that event there. It is going to be a great event, so please share it with your network as well. Clearjourney.org, you can go there, you can register for it. It's free to register. We just want to be able to know who's going to be in attendance. So go ahead and register there. Send that out to others as well to register there. You saw one of the speakers that's going to be there, Marcus. Myself and my wife will be part of that as well. And then we got one other gentleman that we are going to be introducing at some point as well. It's going to
Yes.
be a great conversation. It's going to be a conversation around strengthening bonds. I don't know of anybody who doesn't want to have a strong bond. Now, many of us may not have it for one reason or another, but I don't know anybody that wakes up in the morning and is like, I don't want to have a bond with my spouse. I don't want to have a bond with my children. I don't know anybody who does that. And so this is an opportunity for you to come get some practical tips and tools, not concepts, right? We like concepts, and concepts work, but we also need to have something practical that we can align to the concept, something that we can put our hands on that allows us to reinforce the concept in our brains through the action in our hands. And so we're going to give you some practical things to do in the way of achieving harmony at home.
Yes,
So go to
absolutely.
clearjourney.org for that.
Those tools that we can use all the time in every situation. That's what having a better life is all about. It's
Yes.
that about that ability to navigate all situations and circumstances with those tools that we're going to be providing you and helping you with. But also, just to let you know that Clear Journey is there for you and for your family. to come over there, look at what the 8 areas of life that we talk about over there. And those are going to be our webinar series that we're going to be having every quarter. This one is about health. It's about health and wellness. And every quarter, starting in January, again, we will have one every quarter. So look out for that also. In addition to that, just to let you know, also, I'm an author, and it's the book Love Made Simple. If you would like to support Clear Journey by picking up a copy of that, that would be great. And that's, you can get it on Amazon, or you can go to the website, Juan Lee the author, and get that off of that website. But again, we are looking forward to you being there, and having the night. So it's from 6 to 8, and we're going to have a panel. The panel is going to be there presenting, and then we're all going to have um, a question and answer or a round table. In either case, there's going to be practical application of all of the things that they've will be sharing with you there. Other than that, Oliver, what are you thinking? Anything else you'd like to share with them?
Yeah, I think we're good, man. I think this is a good opportunity, just in terms of the webinar. It's a great opportunity for you to come in and be a part of something that will be beneficial to you. And
Yeah.
here's the thing: it's free. Like,
Yes.
man, it's free.
Hey.
So come out and get some information. And here's the beauty of this, right? Here's the beauty of these kinds of events. These kinds of events, you have absolutely nothing to lose. So it's not like you're going to come to this event, get some tips and tools that could potentially help you, but could potentially hurt you. You're not going to get any
No.
of that.
No. It's
You
all
have
good.
nothing to lose to try it, because you have everything to gain if it works.
And it's amazing, because the reason why we said the harmony at home, because we believe that the family is the root. It's the it's the foundation of this thing called life.
Yeah.
We begin to learn, um, excuse me, how to navigate this thing called life at the home.
Yeah.
And when we can have harmony at home, that means that there's support there. That
Mhm.
means that we are spending the time necessary to cultivate. We understand the value of that, the need for the harmony at home. And so there are so many aspects of how we can do that. And Marcus is a life coach, and he's also a nutritionist. He's also understands, how those things work together. And the other gentleman that's going to be with us, Dr. Brockington. He's a psychologist, and he's basically just showing us, how we all are put together, so to speak, and how this whole thing actually works, the psychology behind it. And I think we all can learn something as it pertains to this holistic process of a better life.
Yeah.
And
Good stuff.
so, hey, it's been one of those days. It's life. Um, but I hope I didn't get a chance to invite people, but I'm glad that Barry, you were able to make it. If anyone else is able to make it, I will put out more invites next week. But this day today that's one of them days.
One of those days,
Yeah.
indeed.
But until next time, Oliver, let people know how they can catch up with you.
Listen, if you are an email person, you can catch up with me using the email that's on the screen right now. If you don't know who I am, this is your first introduction to me. I'm an author, speaker, and coach in the relationship building and men's enrichment spaces, sharing my journey in hopes that it will encourage and inspire you on yours in the areas of communication, conflict management, and intimacy building on the personal side, and team building, synergy creation, and higher productivity on the corporate side. You can check us out on anywhere on social media by searching Denali LLC. Would love to have a conversation with you and help you to achieve your goals.
Yes, yes. Again, my name is Juan Lee, and I'm here to serve. That's what I do. That's what we do at Clear Journey. So if you have any questions, want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at clearjourney.org or any of the social media Clear Journey. Um, and I'm here. We're here for you. Um, that's it for tonight, though. I tell you, it's been wonderful seeing you, Oliver.
Indeed.
and
Always great to have. We always have great conversations. Listen, so
yeah,
we just turn the camera on and let everybody in on the conversation.
hey, there you go. Just to let you know, though, we you can catch us also on our YouTube channel, clearjourney.org, and Juan Lee the Author YouTube channel. So if you missed any of our episodes, our lives, or our regular podcasts, you can go there and check them out. So until next time, we appreciate you coming out and sharing a little time with us, even if you were on the record. We appreciate you. If you did, you enjoyed, subscribe. We like to get to know you a little bit better. Um, and we'll see you next time on It's Life Live.
Later.
All righty.
Now would be time to play the outro.